Assassin's Creed fans, we have a problem, and that problem is an Ezio problem. Now, before you get your pitchforks out and come burst down my door and cook me alive like a piece of bacon, listen, right? I'm putting this out first before I even say anything. I love Ezio. I love the Ezio trilogy. I love what Ezio has done for the Assassin's Creed franchise and his story, everything. I love it. Right. So, before you get your knickers in a twist, Ezio is one of my, I'd say top 5 assassins. Alright. He was one of my favorites before I ended up switching to a different character, which I will not be saying, as I might get killed. But you know, just hear me out. What I mean by we have an Ezio problem, that's more coming to the side of protagonists, right? Protagonists wise, Ezio is the standard. He's the gold standard.
Ain't no stopping me, no!
He's the face of the Assassin's Creed franchise. He's a bouncing baby boy that everybody loves, everyone cares for. He's the favorite child out of, everyone else in the family. He's basically the golden boy. He can never do anything wrong. But here's the thing. He's done one thing wrong. And it's not even necessarily his fault. It's more so the Ezio fanboys. I know for a fact that I am going to get a lot of heat for this, but I feel like because Ezio is held at such a high standard, no other protagonist afterwards, or even before him, poor Altair, as soon as Ezio came out, the shining boy took over and Altair has been left in the dust. As soon as, someone says, oh, what's the first Assassin's Creed? Most people will go, Assassin's Creed 2, or the Ezio. I don't know, people don't clear up their answers or read things properly. That's what I've seen anyways. But I'm sorry, but every single protagonist in my eyes is a good protagonist in their own little ways, right? In their own little ways.
Oh, hell no!
Wait, let me finish, right? Every protagonist but Eivor, Cassandra, or Alexios, apart from those lot, I'd say every single one has some sort of good thing about them, right? But here's the problem. That is overshadowed by Ezio, right? Ezio can't do no wrong, according to people. Ezio is perfect. Ezio ain't perfect. Just because we saw him from a fresh out of the womb baby boy to death doesn't mean that he doesn't have his imperfections. Those games have their imperfections. They 100% do. Doesn't every single game and every single protagonist have imperfections? But here's the thing. As soon as a new Assassin's Creed is released, instantly compared to Ezio. No other assassin, just compared to Ezio. Because if they don't match up to Ezio, then they're not a good assassin. They don't have to be Ezio. Every assassin or Templar, if we're talking about Shay, every protagonist is completely different. They have their own morals. They have their own things about them that are completely different. Not everyone's going to be as witty and charming as Ezio. No one's going to be as violent and brutal, but also yet calming as Connor. No one's going to be, as insane and courageous. I'd say Edward's courageous. No one's gonna be like that. You know, they all have their different characteristics, and the way how they act and the way that they carry themselves are different. No one's gonna be the same. No one's gonna be like Ezio. I mean, I'm telling you, right? After the Ezio trilogy, Connor was instantly ripped on because he wasn't Ezio. Because we had 3 games with Ezio and we've seen him from birth till death, we were so used to Connor, no, not Connor, Ezio. We were so used to Ezio that people decided to go, that's not Ezio, not a good protagonist, not a good assassin, so we do not approve. But as we see, time's gone by, and people like Connor. What a surprise! What a surprise! I'd say he's like the Batman of the Assassin era, era of the Assassin franchise, of the Assassin's Creed franchise. He's the Batman of the Assassin's Creed franchise. I do not give a toss. He is the Batman. I'm sorry, but he is brooding. This guy is just, if you saw him, he's menacing. Why am I going on a long ass tangent for Connor? I don't know. But my point is that regardless on how many Assassin's Creed games come out, and obviously with those Assassin's Creed games that come out, they are always going to be compared to Ezio. And I know Edward is high up there, and I know I think like the most high rated assassins are Ezio, Edward, and I think Connor now. I think those 3 are the highest assassins, I think. Like popularity wise, I'm not too sure. You might have to correct me on the third popular. I'm not too sure as I'm making this video. But the thing is, I feel like we just need to just chill, accept that these characters are like how they are. The only ones that we can't accept is Cassandra and Eivor, but that is it is what it is. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I feel like we just need to stop comparing Assassins and Templar to Ezio and trying to get that golden, nostalgic feeling into another character that isn't Ezio. I mean, if you look at Arno, right, him without his robes, he looks very similar to Ezio. Now, Ezio Auditore, when before he joined the Brotherhood, he was handsome. I mean, he was until death. Let's be fair, right? He was basically a player, right? He was witty. He had banter no matter what. Like, this guy was just running a mockery of everyone. I mean, if you came across him, bro, your sister and your mum, and like, he will demolish your whole family in one sentence. Like, I'm pretty sure at the start of the Assassin's Creed 2, that was one of the things that he ended up doing, and to be honest, it still makes me laugh. It's funny. Like, my guy just destroys his family. It's funny. But if you look at them, they are quite similar. They are quite similar at the start. But the only thing that changes is that Arno kind of loses a bit of his charm near coming towards him being an assassin. Like, him at the start, yeah, he can be a bit charming and everything. But they are quite similar, and I feel like the only reason why they did that is to kind of see if they can capture that magic that Ezio had back in the day. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to put anything onto it. I don't know. It is not my place to kind of be doing theories. I'm not that kind of guy or that kind of channel, depending on the game, to be fair. But I'm just gonna say one more time. Please stop comparing Assassins and Templar to Ezio, or just stop like comparing either way, because at the end of the day, the things that holding them to a high standard that Ezio is, it's one, not fair, because realistically we're only going to have one game with these characters now, because I don't see a sequel at all with any of the protagonists that come out. Basim doesn't necessarily count, I think, because you don't even play as Basim in Valhalla, so I don't think that counts as a sequel. I know it's a prequel to Basim's story, but I feel like in the sense that I'm speaking of, it doesn't necessarily count. Um, but apart from that, this Ezio problem, I definitely think that it's not that much of a bother now, though it is still there from time to time. And I feel like every assassin in Templar is special in their own way. They're all pretty little snowflakes. But yeah, that's all that I want to talk to you about. It is quite short. It is a bit of a rant, to be fair, as well. But let me know who your favorite character is in the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I'll see you in a bizzle.
You wipe my tears, manage my emotions. Hold me close when I'm feeling broken. Need your love and need your